had stock here on Monday. Now, a stay in hospital can be intimidating and frightening and worrying at the best of times, but when you're a child away from home and family and friends, the whole experience can be even more disconcerting and upsetting. At the Sick Kids, as it's known, soon to be known as the Royal Hospital for Children and Young People in Edinburgh, the city's Children's Hospital charity are using arts activities as a means of relieving the stress and anxiety of the young patients. Children can get involved in things like printmaking, bookmaking, dance and music. A particular favourite are the sessions involving the Tinderbox Orchestra, a community-based making organisation based in the north of Edinburgh. Our reporter Bob Dickson has been to the Sick Kids to find out more.
The Tinderbox helps me cope with hospital because it kind of like makes me forget what I'm having done, and it makes me forget how bored I normally am.
Ryan is 10 years old. Born without an immune system, he's been in and out of hospital all of his life. For him and young patients like him, arts activities like the regular visits by members of the Tinderbox Orchestra are something to look forward to.
Are you ready? Steady. Wow! Look at you. A true talent.
It's Tuesday at the Sick Kids, and Hayley Beavis and Mike Kearney from Tinderbox are doing their ward rounds.
Okay, so you got the bells all worked out. Can you go top to bottom? Hit it. Next one. All the way up.
For the next few hours, they'll be encouraging these young patients to make music, whether it's banging or rattling a variety of percussion instruments, including a banana rattle and a wooden frog, or composing songs, or just singing along.
Every session is different, but generally it's a case of going in and playing music with the kids in whatever way they fancy at the time. And some are a bit confused at the fact that there's so many instruments available, and there's this guy with a guitar coming in to sing some songs, which you don't really get on a typical day in the hospital. And others are just so welcoming and so up for it, but you tend to not see the illness, you tend to see the kid themselves and what they want out of the music.
There's a lot of children that are quite bored, among other things, and frustrated from being on the ward for such a long time, so they're raring to do something exciting and take their minds off what they're going through.
How do you respond if a child lets you know that, well, I'm really not feeling up to this today?
As much as we encourage them, it's all about letting them decide what they want to do. In an environment where they don't have a lot of choice over the things that are going on with them, we think it's really important.
Sometimes they're just not up for it, and it's fine. Or even if they're just not feeling well that day, they're very happy for us to sit at the bedside and just sing songs to them, and sometimes they join in and sometimes they just listen.
Good drumming.
The clinical benefits of these arts sessions have yet to be proven, but the manager of the Tinderbox Orchestra, Jed Mulroy, is in no doubt about the beneficial impact that music can have on the young patients.
With our music, we're trying to bring people together to help people feel healthier and happier in their lives. Music can still be incredibly beneficial. It particularly relates to young people who are in hospital because they are often scared, worried. They can feel isolated, especially if they're in an isolated unit. And so music enables them to feel heard and to feel connected with other people.
Right, let's start off with the bells. Let's just try it, and we'll make all mistakes anyway. Okay? Chorus first, okay?
Back on the ward, Ryan and Mike are practicing the song they've composed, with Ryan playing the popular Rainbow Bells.
When I play my guitar, it's like...
What happens when the Tinderbox people come onto the ward?
Go around basically every person, asking if they want like a half an hour music lesson. They get to choose the instrument, and then you get to like create a song. First we made a tune, like experimented with notes. Then once we got the tune down, we got to make a chorus, make a verse. I was using like the music bells, and I'm pretty sure it went viral on Facebook, and it was really fun.
Time for solo, go.
The best bit probably was performing to my parents. I think they thought it was good. amazing.
There's an acknowledgement that if children like Ryan are more relaxed about being in hospital, that can make their treatment much less stressful. And the arts programme is welcomed by the staff. Anne Kearney is the charge nurse on the haematology and oncology ward.
It just gives them a wee lift and gives them something to do. It gets them out of a cubicle, because a lot of them are in cubicles all the time as well, and lets them express themselves in other ways.
How do you think it helps the children to deal with the condition which has put them in hospital?
I think it maybe just lets them maybe express some of their anger or frustration. If the girls are playing guitars and they usually give them like tambourines or maracas and things like that, they just love a wee bit of activity that breaks up the mundane, everyday things that happen to them, like going to treatment room to get drugs done or changing grippers. It just gives them a wee bit extra to their day. You know when they're here because you can hear them halfway up the ward. It lifts everybody's spirits because I think you can hear that the kids are enjoying it as well, and it just makes it quite a happy place to be. It just lifts the atmosphere in the ward.
People that love the woodblock and really like the frog sometimes like Rainbow Valley. I'm saying. Double Rainbow Valley. Double Rainbow.
As a charity, we believe that nothing should get in the way of being a child and that no child should miss out on their childhood. When the children are at home, they have after-school clubs, they have music within schools, they have art within schools, and we truly believe that that should continue within the hospitals so that they're not missing out. It relaxes the child, it's a great distraction.
The arts programme at the Sick Kids is run by Fiona O'Sullivan.
It's a creative outlet. It means that the children have an opportunity to express themselves. In hospital, a child doesn't have very much control of their situation, and by even offering art, we're giving the child some control. They're allowed to say, no, I don't want it, which is absolutely fine. Or they can control the artist and saying, I want to do it this way, and we're absolutely fine with that as well. It brings other children together. They develop friendships. They then have a network of support amongst each other, which is really important.
If the kids are benefiting from all this artistic endeavour, is there a knock-on effect on the parents and families as well?
When the parent sees that the child is happy, it means that they can relax and they feel better, and therefore they're in a better situation to care for their child.
It's nice to see your child having fun when they're in hospital, having unpleasant things done to them to make them well. It makes you feel that the day's not entirely all about bad things happening to them, and it's nice to see them having fun and having their mind taken off it.
It's really encouraging for him to join in, sing. He's up dancing in the class, so he really enjoys it. He's really having fun in there, playing with the musical instruments and singing, yeah.
From your point of view, what does it mean to get even a short period of respite while he enjoys his music?
Yeah, just a quick 10 minutes even, just to have a little bit of time to myself, but I also know that he's safe and he's enjoying himself whilst I'm not in the vicinity. She was diagnosed with a brain tumour at the age of 2, so she is non-mobile at the moment. She thought it was fantastic, she loved it. We was in here 7 months. We would have been lost without all of that.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
When you are working week after week with children who, in some cases, have life-changing medical conditions, how emotionally demanding can that be for you?
It can be extremely emotionally demanding and often quite sad, but I think you look around at the children experiencing these things and the families, and they demonstrate such great courage, and that helps you to remember what your role within the organisation is, and that is to provide fun and joy and music.
Verse. When I play my guitar.
For Ryan, regular visits to hospital have become a feature of everyday life. After a Tinderbox session, how do you feel?
I feel a bit sad, but also happy because I've had a good music lesson. I was sad because they're leaving. It helped me because it made me forget how stressed I was, forget what was going on, and just made me focus on the song.
He always makes Very good.
Great stuff. That's Bob Dickson at Edinburgh Sick Kids Hospital. I know firsthand just how brilliant the work they do there is, so keep it up, guys. Aidan Moffat and R.M. Hubbard have announced a new Christmas album called